Apologies.
So we'll call him Rezi, is what he wants to be called. So today we'll be having one of our devs play too, Karkat, one of our known devs for helping us make the ROM hack into this ROM. And this should be an exciting match. It looks like Rezi has started to take over in the Link's house, and it didn't seem like something interesting. That first chest was a heart container.
Looks like he's might be popping his head back out for the pull tree, or he's going to just skip it altogether.
And I think they're just trying to get Karkat synced up here, so we'll very soon see what's going on his side. And looks like he's at the sanctuary now on our screen, so he is definitely making progress. Don't feel like he didn't start on time or anything.
Yeah, for sure. The sanctuary play is where I like to start, but the play up to Uncle definitely seems like it's pretty popular so far in the tournament.
Yeah, and it looks like Karkat may be trying to do the Houlihan room here, because looks like when you head this direction, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Houlihan's a little less popular in this version of the logic, I think, because of the increased amount of rupees in the pool, but Houlihan has been the difference between getting Zora and not getting Zora in a fair amount of races for me. I think there's still a lot of value in doing it.
Yep. And let's see. We're good now.
All right, yeah, it looks like we're synced up and good to go from here.
And also, we would like to thank our tracker, Levon Firestorm, as well. He will be tracking for us tonight.
Or Levan Fairy Storm, however you know him.
Yep. He got a nickname for his last race. Alright, you notice Karkat did the bush strat there because there's a 50% chance of finding bombs in those bushes over there.
Doesn't look like anything interesting at the race game. Rezi going through Lost Woods. Oh, and our first big item, the flippers sitting in the woods mushroom spot.
Oh, nice.
And a sword in the library. So interesting to see if that means the boots are actually sitting around available somewhere, or if that's going to be an entirely optional quote-unquote sword there.
Good question. Well, Karkat opted to buy bombs. It's kind of a good choice because right now he doesn't have too many.
Yeah, I'm assuming since Rezi is continuing on into Kakariko here. Oh!
What are those, my dear friend?
Indeed. Somebody leaving their stiletto heels on the back of the bar.
Absolutely. Well, this race is going to drastically change all of a sudden because you're going to get that sword right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice pickup on the sword, even though obviously not a lot of damage to it, just helping out. Being a reusable weapon alone is a huge bonus this early.
Oh, and Rezi has picked up his validation, the single arrow.
Valid run. I'm sure Karkat will be grabbing his here shortly too. Valid run.
And I think Karkat made it well with his chicken clip he's about to do attempt here. Oh.
Up there it is. Food for future members of the Belmont family.
Right, not much turning out in Kakariko, but having boots and a sword does make it a really good place to visit.
Absolutely. If I'm playing a seed and I get boots and sword and nothing else out of Kakariko, I'd probably just take that and move on.
Oh, they did find Cape.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, setting up for... Oh, and well, with Master Sword, we are definitely looking like Aghanim 1 is a possibility here, just leading that lamp.
Yep. Kind of interesting because they did start out with a good start. Boots definitely makes things quick, and flippers gives you access to a couple things too.
Yeah, the flipper pickup makes it interesting as well, especially if these runners run across the hook shot early. That's a pretty strong indication of Aghanim 1 being needed, because that gives you access to the western part of the Dark World once you kill Aga, but doesn't actually help you get Dark World access otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And Rezi has picked up his sword now, so that makes it a little bit easier for him.
Yeah, it looks like Rezi is making his way to the bar here. And he will be happy to find his boots.
Absolutely. It's a luxury having boots in the V26, because generally you find them pretty late.
Yeah, that's right. They have so few things that they're really required for that they tend to wind up buried in a lot of the V26 seeds.
Ooh, and look what we found there. I guess these blue boomerang fans should be happy.
I'm happy. I am definitely a blue boomerang proponent.
And right now, it seems that Houlihan play kind of helps Karkat at the moment, because they don't quite have enough money yet. But Karkat does because of the Houlihan room.
Yeah, exactly. And Karkat will be getting his flippers here, so the flipper checks will matter. So yeah, the Houlihan play could very well wind up being significant.
Yep. But we still have quite a few places to check before we find out if they have enough money or not, such as the dam, which is Rezi's gone there.
Yeah, dam is an interesting spot. I've sort of adopted a route that I've seen from people like Stogietown and Gem, where you leave the dam initially on your first trip down to Mini Moldorm, so that it gives you more incentive to head to Agana if you're struggling for progression later.
All right, we got flippers now for Karkat. And that tree tech pulse really nice too. It gave you red rupees.
Yeah, not interested in too many of them right now, it looks like, because he knows he has Zora money. But that is important to remember later if you still wind up moneyed Earth for Kiki or your digging game or something.
Yep, you still need a few money for all the mini games later when you get to Dark World, and if pod is required or you're gonna search it, Kiki does require the 110 rupees.
Assuming, of course, you don't let yourself get hit a whole bunch of times and you keep paying him an additional 10.
Alright, Rezi is now in what we call the Mini Moldorn Cave. And we end up with some interesting stuff there. We did have 2 fetch quest items in some sense.
Yeah, exactly. The first bottle for potential sick kid and the shovel. Getting the bottle there is a little bit awkward unless you run into the flute to go back and check it.
Yep.
So we got a really quick back check there from Rezi. I'm pretty sure I saw crystals, including a 5 at Desert. But I may very well be wrong there.
And let's see if Karkat's going to do a map check at any time here, because I don't think he has, or maybe he did between the restream.
Right.
So we don't know. But I think our tracker caught it. I think our tracker's really good on this. Oh, that was the Sankart after all in the Ashmar Cave.
I don't know what it is about Sankart. Sankart seems to show up. It never seems to show up in a group of items. It always seems to show up on its own somewhere. It's odd. Probably just anecdotal, but... So Rezi using those early flippers, taking that breadcrumb up here to Hobo.
Get some intel right there on the island, which was a vanilla heart piece.
And while Link does swim faster than he walks, you do have to be careful, especially around corners. Link tends to get stuck on them very easily, which you saw there with Rezi.
Hmm. Well, let's see what we get from Hobo today.
Hobo giving away some free literacy
Ooh,
today.
literacy after all. Where does that point them to?
No access to either of the tablets yet, but you do have your boots. Desert is tempting. You would really like to be able to do the back part, which these runners are a couple of items short of. But it definitely makes Desert an attractive option because you know you can complete at least the first part of it.
By the way, Rezi's going. I think like he's gonna check out these box locations. But Karkat did that already.
Probably head over to Sick Kid here now on Rezi's end.
Mm-hmm.
Since he has the money, we'll see if Karkat decides to head back and go to Zora.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting play for him, and he could also visit the Waterfall of Wishing at the same time.
Yeah, the other interesting thing with the early boots is that they're ooh. Sick Kid.
Sick Kid hold out for us today.
Sick Kid holding silver arrows.
Ah, I guess he had a silver tongue after all.
Other interesting thing here is that with the boots, there is a way to set up water walking with them. So we'll see if either one of these runners elect to do that. That'd be interesting. Haven't had the chance to see that often in this tournament because of the often late boot locations.
Yep. Well, he has the flippers. It's not really totally necessary. He can get to the ledge too.
That's true. That's true. They have flippers.
Alright, I like that, what we saw. It seems like it was just like pretty much a heart piece so far from the Waterfall Wishing, but let's see what's in Zora's domain today. Nothing of interest on the ledge though.
No, just some blueberries. Rezi, meanwhile, heading into the front part of Escape. Pretty prudent.
Will we have a life lesson today? Oh, yes we do.
Yes, we do.
And Karkat opted to save and quit because he wants to maintain that blue mail, though.
That's right, yeah. Nice find. I mean, this is true of all items, but there's a few of them in particular, like the mail, where the earlier you get it, the better value it is.
And Rezi's making quick work of Escape with having the boots.
Yeah, boots and Master Sword, this goes quick.
And now he's got enough money to do the Zora location as well.
760, he's right on the borderline of having enough rupees for all the mandatory locations here, so should be good from here on out.
And I think Karkat's going down this way to turn in the bottle to Sick Kid as well.
Yeah, picking up his silver arrows. I'm assuming he also checked the shovel spot, which I didn't catch.
Yeah. It didn't seem like it wanted at anything. I think it was 50 rupees, if I saw correctly. Oh. Cane of Birna inside Zelda cell.
Yeah, that's interesting. We don't have Hammer or Moon Pearl yet, but we have already picked up a bottle as well, so potential pointing to Spike Cave there.
I think Rez is going to make a trip to Zora, because this is where I can see where he's routing this way to use the water portal.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. It looks like Karkat is going to take that book over to Agana and Desert Palace.
And we got a really good view of what the crystals are. So it was 1, 5, and 7. So our tracker did a wonderful job in keeping that.
Let's see what's on the desert ledge.
Interesting. Just red roots, right?
Just red rupees, yeah. All right, so you got that early book. There's nothing else you can do with it, but take it here. So you're hoping to pull something significant out of Desert here.
Yep. And then once he's done with it, he can peace out and go to Agnes Cave as well.
Yeah, that's right. Come out one of the two side entrances. Let's see if Rezi decides to do the same thing.
All right. What will we find in Desert today? Oop, there was a small key.
And Rezi electing to go the other direction and head off towards Sahasrahla and Eastern.
That's also a good play.
Yeah, definitely more chess the way that Rezi is going. But you obviously, unless you find the bow on the way here, you can't actually completely finish Eastern. Of course, Karkat can't completely finish DP unless he finds some items here either.
And the lamp was actually located in Desert this time.
Right.
So that gives them the opportunity of heading to Agnew now. But
Yeah.
Let's hope not, for their sake.
For their sake. It's looking pretty likely here, though, because you have the flippers. You haven't found either the hammer or a lift upgrade here yet.
But having Lab made it convenient for Karkat, because he now has the ability to see in the dark.
Yeah, that's right. Be interesting if he winds up with Vanilla Power Glove here. He could actually knock this dungeon out.
But he gets something very useful, though.
Indeed. Yeah, that mirror is huge. That really makes your routing once you get to the Dark World a lot more efficient. Getting it this early, that's a really nice find.
That mirror definitely makes things a little bit easier, especially if you have to double dip out of dungeons. Just peace out once you're done searching.
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge bonus to your routing for sure. So I'm gonna head over and check out Agana. And yeah, this is looking more and more like Aghanim 1 here, unless Rezi finds that Eastern Palace is just completely loaded here.
And let's see what he gets. It's a big key. That's good. And what will be here today in Agnes? Oh, what a nice place to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a really nice play on Karkat's end coming over here, for sure. That's a nice equipment advantage that he's picked up, and the mirror will help with the routing.
Yeah, getting that hot Cheeto sword definitely makes it really, really nice, especially in this kind of version. You usually get some swords pretty late sometimes, but this is nice.
Yeah, Karkat is sitting in a really nice position here for the early game.
Even for late game, too, because we do have Tempered and we do have Silver, so Ganon fight's going to be pretty nice.
It's true. Yeah, it should be... I mean, Ganon is never totally free, but this is about as close as you can reasonably hope for as a runner.
Yeah, I love seeing that. It just makes this scene more based on quick kills and not really using swordless or low percent strats in most cases, what I've seen V26 ends up becoming.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Training yourself on a couple of Oko runs, looking up a few of the strats for that, definitely has helped. I know when I do my practice sessions, I've done way more like 5-heart Mothula with just the fighter sword than I care to admit.
And this is going to actually be pretty interesting for Karkat, since he has the mirror. He can mirror out of here after he's done here, and he can make a decision if he wants to go to Aghanim or not. Or he's going to go into Eastern Palace still. We'll see.
Yeah, so Rezi taking an unfortunate death in Eastern Palace. I don't think he got to the big key chest, so could be leaving something important in there. We're still expecting at least one more item to really make Aghanim 1 the play here, either the Moon Pearl or the Hookshot or the Hammer, really. So,
but I think that play actually benefited Rezi because he should be heading to Desert. There's just too many good items that we know it's there now.
Yeah, no, he definitely needs to come here. A lot of these runners are really well practiced in dark rooms, but Dark Aga 1 is probably the least useful. So a lot of people haven't really worked on it. So if this winds up being an Aga 1 required seed, like it looks like, the lamp is certainly going to be a big help.
Yep, and he should be collecting his mirror here too when he makes it into desert.
Okay, so this is an early advantage for Karkat on his mirror here, so he gets to go directly to the back of Escape. If he finds the small key back here, he can get to the back 3 chests here as well.
Yep. This is an interesting choice. It might have something good.
And this is another one of the reasons why I'm a proponent of leaving Escape for leaving it as in not doing it really early, because there's some items that you can get that can really help you in here, the mirror being one of them.
Oh, just 50 rupees, so we can't see that back half unless you find that glove now.
So I'm trying to do a quick run through in my head of everything we've seen between both runners. And I'm thinking there has to be something good in the parts of the parts of Eastern Palace that Rezi wasn't able to get to.
Yeah, if not, then we pretty much have to go to Aghanim, and then we might see the Moon Pearl somewhere in the pyramid location.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, there are possibilities where that's not the case. It could be that the Moon Pearl, for instance, is just sitting on the pyramid, and the game wants you to go into Bola's pod for something. But it seems really likely that there's a hammer or a hook shot or something in the dark part of Eastern, which is really unfortunate for Rezi.
And there might be something good in Dark Eastern. I'm hoping to see like a glove or something, because that can point them up to Death Mountain then.
That's true. Yep. They do have the lamp, so the glove is a possibility. Flute's also a possibility.
Yep. And having that glove also allows them to finish Desert Palace, of course.
That's true. We did both. We do have both items out of there, of course. But Desert does potentially set you up for Fat Fairy as well.
Exactly. All right. Making quick work of Eastern here because you got boots.
So Rez heading towards the castle. We'll see if he... I mean, he might very well elect to both check the dark chest and then head straight to Aghanim 1 once he gets his 50 rupees out of it.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to make the same play Karkat did because he has that mirror.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see Rezi not doing Aghanim 1 after this.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm thinking if he uses that mirror, he can just do it. Get it over with.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out very shortly here from Karkat's end whether or not that death in the Eastern is going to be costly for Rezi or not.
Oh, no key. So Rezi figured it out himself. He's like, hey, can't get through this door.
Saving and quitting there instead of mirroring.
That's fine. It's all good. He just has to climb a little again.
Yeah, just a small time loss. Oh, changing his mind.
It's changing course of action. What is he thinking of now?
I think he's worried about that chest that he's left behind in Eastern Palace. He's thinking, if there's something in there that lets me skip Aghanim, do I really want to do this?
All right, Rezi has now determined he will go to Aghanim.
I think this is prudent. It seems it's not impossible, but it seems pretty unlikely that you're going to be able to skip Aga 1 at this point. So
it's pretty hard because you're going to have to find something to help you progress here. Otherwise, you're pointed to that direction. But let's see what it is. All right. Oh, it's the pearl, but you still need Dark World access, so Aghanim.
Aghanim, yep.
But we know Rezi's gonna instantly come back here because he's gonna be a bunny, and he's gonna be like, "Uh-oh."
Yep. Yep. So we're either going to see some kind of progression item, either sitting on the pyramid or in the unbow-locked parts of the pod. I believe that's all they really have access to once they do kill Aghanim right now.
Yep. Because they don't have anything else to help them progress any further. They have to do Aghanim now.
It's definitely unfortunate for Rezi that he missed out on that Moon Pearl. He's going to have to make a second trip over to Eastern Palace. But at least this Aghanim 1 play isn't going to be a waste for him.
Yeah. In a sense, double dipping Eastern was required.
Yeah, absolutely.
So essentially right now we have a double dip for Desert and a double dip for Eastern. V26. Just like how you like it.
Yes, right. Just double dipping every dungeon. We've had to we were forced to double dip both dungeons pretty much that they've given you access to.
Yep. I wonder what's going to be sitting on the pyramid. Take any guesses, chat. What will be on the pyramid? Will it be a progressive item? Or are we forced to go into pod?
We've had to double dip 2 dungeons already. I'll guess we're going to pod.
Karkat indeed is one of the developers. He is a dev.
I highly approve of Rezi's boomerang concussion strats here.
It's not too bad in Randomizer, but I feel like you affect the RNG a little bit more in NMG when you do that. I just don't want to tempt the blue ball thing going on further and further, because in Randomizer it's already preset. In NMG, you know, you're like, I'm not really sure if I don't want to anger the RNG gods.
All right, Karkat right behind Rezi going into Aga 1 here.
Yeah, unfortunately he doesn't have the bug net, so he can't do swagging him for us.
Oh, Rezi's got to be careful here. All right.
He should be fine, I think. Oh my god, he swung right into him. Okay, he's survived. Whew.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, he's gonna find out he's a bunny, and he's gonna see what this pyramid item is. He's gonna be like, "Oh boy, I have to make my trip back."
Yeah, this is one of those things that can happen to you that just gives you that sinking feeling. And of course, since he has the mirror and is killed Aga 1, he will have to mirror here.
Yeah, that's the problem with that. It's a little bit inconvenient, but it's okay. It's okay, Rezi. We feel for you.
Yeah, Rezi is going to feel even doubly bummed, probably, because he seriously considered going back before doing Aga 1. Yeah, that visual bug happens sometimes with that mirror. I think it occurs if you mirror and get mirror bonked back, but you get credit for opening the door. It puts that visual bug there.
Oh, we get a quick look at what the crystals were on Karkat's screen.
I basically
I took a
any of
really
it.
quick look. I know
Yeah.
what it is. It's
Oh,
Skullwoods is green pendant. Thieves Town is number 6. Swamp Palace is red. Ice Palace is blue. There you go.
all right. It's a pretty interesting pendant crystal lineup. One of the big items you would hope to skip with that lineup is the mirror, but they already have that.
Mm-hmm. So that leaves Turtle Rock and Mire as crystals, which means that Filthy Ice Rod will be required.
Yeah. Ice Rod, of course, can be literally anywhere outside of Ganon's tower or on Trinex himself, which means it can be a real pain to find in some seeds.
And as of right now, this place has to have a key, because then this game would not be completable in
Right.
pod.
So only the first 3 chests are not considered bow locked. So we know this one's going to be a key, as Hiei said. So one of these next 2 here has to have what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to find a progression item somewhere in this place. Otherwise, the seed is broken.
Oh yeah, Rezi, I feel you. Okay.
Okay. Oh god, I feel bad. Just looking at him was funny.
Oh yeah. Karkat's going to use his key he's going to use his key on this one particular chest here, but our progression item, I mean, there could be something important in this chest too, but our progression item has to be in that chest down there with the turtles and the button.
Mm-hmm. And what will it be? Will it be another key to make him go further? Oh, it is the progression item.
Yeah, Karkat can't go any further. I think he's realizing that. Yep.
Yep, that's it. You just got to dip into there just for that, because the use of the key made him not able to do northern portions any further.
Right.
Yeah.
So the main thing that Power Glove gives you is the back of Escape and Death Mountain, but one of the other things it does give you is Catfish, which I'm assuming is where Karkat is choosing to going now.
Yep, Catfish is the right play, because then he's going to have to go somewhere else if he doesn't find a progression item there. Oh no, Rezi's. I think he's trying to figure out if he can get back on the other side from here.
Yeah, no, gonna have to go back through your Dark World portal now, Rezi.
Uh-oh. Well, he knows he's going to have to head into pod now. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and if, interestingly enough, even with that little navigation issue and with having to go back into Eastern, if Catfish doesn't have anything, Rezi is actually mostly caught right back up here.
Yep. Not much difference after all, because we know he's going to... Unless he uses the keys differently, I don't know. He can search pod even further.
That's true.
Oh, the magic powder.
Catfish giving a fetch quest. That is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. But he can't really use it yet, because there's no hammer or a way to that side just yet.
That's right, yeah.
Death Mountain it is, everybody.
Probably got to check the back of Escape first, I would think.
Well, it looks
okay.
like Death Mountain.
Alrighty.
He could have, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I think checking the back of Escape is the better odds play here. It's 3 items really close together. And you could theoretically get something out of there, like the hook shot, that would allow you to do more on Death Mountain in one trip.
Yeah, that glove did give him the opportunity to open those 3 chests, but we'll see what's up here because he does have the mirror. He's able to go into Harem and complete it if he wanted to.
And yes, Casey, you can do the bat with just the mirror. Unfortunately, our runners don't have a way to the west end of the Dark World at the moment. That's the problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have a hook shot or a hammer to progress them there, or the Titan's Mitt right now.
Oh, the old man holding the butter sword.
Oh my god, what is this? See, come on. It's too generous with all the swords today.
After a few races earlier today where the sword upgrade was a huge part of determining the outcome, you get butter sword here in less than 40 minutes.
And look at this. Like I was saying, Rezi does use the key differently, so he has the opportunity to check more in pod.
Yeah, it could really be important. Oh.
Oh, but what was that on Spectacle Rock?
The fire rod, if I saw correctly up there.
The plot thickens.
So Rezi pulling the mushroom out of pod. Everything Rezi's doing right now is considered bow locked by the logic, so nothing in here can block the bow. So if you do get something like the hook shot back from back here, that's huge knowledge on finding the bow afterwards.
Nothing spectacular yet. He found another bottle, but it was empty, but he can clear up this rest of this part. And he doesn't have that big key, so there was nothing of substantialness after that. Except that mushroom, though. That mushroom might be something. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, for sure. Rezi's going back in. I don't think he has access to any other small keys.
Nope, but he has to get that last thing for his power glove.
Oh, he hasn't actually fallen down there yet? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's going to get his power glove. Because otherwise he's going to be like, what? Can't do anything. That mushroom does something. Good for him. And he's about to bomb the chest. Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
Good old Rezi.
Yeah, Rezi's a good guy, but he's definitely animated when he runs. I commented his second match against Triple Z, and there was some good moments in that one too.
Okay. All right, Karkat is going to probably finish up Hera. It is a crystal, so makes sense to do so.
Yep, absolutely. That fire rod that he picked up is really nice, but doesn't get you over to the west end of the Dark World, so you're still hoping for that up here.
And here's Rezi making that play once he had the glove back of escape.
Yeah, we'll see. If he gets the hammer or the hookshot particularly out of here, that would be really nice.
Well, he opts to not use the bonk strat on the door. Saving that bonk count, so...
That's right.
Okay, it was a bust.
And that might be, now that I've actually seen what's back there, if Karkat was counting, that may be why he didn't do the back of escape, because there was a small key and the burrito were both back there. So if he was keeping track and knew there was only one item, then that makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, I have a feeling he probably was. He's like, no, maybe not. Just for one item. But here we go. What does this mushroom hold?
Yeah. Are we going to get an important sequence break on Rezi's end here?
It may be something good. Oh, just a little piece of love.
Yeah. Not a big deal, though. It's pretty likely that both runners will wind up.
Oh, but look what Karkat just found.
Hammer in the big chest. So there's your access to the western end of the Dark World. Also gives you access to the eastern part of Death Mountain here.
Yeah, what would really be nice now is he finds those Titan myths somewhere in Death Mountain too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last item in the dark room in Escape was checked because they both had lamp and they went straight up north to it. It was, I think, 50 rupees or so?
50 rupees sounds right, yep. Trolldorm doing what Trolldorm does here to Karkat. Manages to finish him out. Yeah.
Just 2 slashes with butter. Trolldorm goes down. And we get a key.
I don't know if Karkat pulled another item out of Hera besides the hammer. I'm not sure if we're doing the basement or not here.
I think we might have a look in the basement. If I kept track. Yep, the basement is needed. And Karkat's going back.
Yeah, this is interesting. Skipping items in dungeons at V26 can quite often have repercussions for you.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to see the iframe show right here, guys.
That's right. Karkat gets a chance to, get a drink, pet the cat. When I do this, I usually check in with my chat, ask how their day was, what they're doing this weekend.
They just couldn't avoid it today. Oh, we're almost in the last few phases, so we're almost clear. Here we go.
All right, we'll see if this is necessary or not.
Yep. Gotta clear the dungeons, but what will it be? Okay.
Well, just a plastic shield.
Yes, it was just a shield, but to some folks, that is a visual cue to help you do bomb jumps, so some people want to have that shield.
That is true, actually. That's a good point. Some of the more complex ones, especially, like I don't know if any has ever tried learning the bomb jump out of the Spectacle Rock Cave to not have to fall down to the lower level. When I learned that one, I definitely found the shield location to be the easiest visual indicator. Just as an example. Yeah.
Skull Woods is another one too. People often use that shield to help them figure out a visual cue how to make that jump as well.
Yeah, Lavin, you can. It's tough. You wouldn't think it because it's a 3-tile gap, and usually you can only jump 2 tiles, but you can sort of, if you do it at just the right distance for the wall, Link kind of rides the wall so you can get an extra tile of space out of it. I may do a plug for a fellow commentator here. Gamer Cal has an excellent bomb jump tutorial on YouTube where he explains that one in particular, so definitely worth checking that out.
Alright, we are going to see the Paradox Cave. Will it hold stuff? Most of the time it was bust for a while, but
yeah,
will it be good today? So far, we did not find many good things, but we still have 5 chances.
Yep, absolutely do. These high-density chest locations in the overworld have definitely taken a hit to their hypeness in V26, but every once in a while.
Oh, everyone made the call today! We did
Absolutely.
find the gold fingers, everybody.
Wow, that really helps. You get to go to the Dark World side here. You can check everything but the 3 hookshot chests and hookshot cave. And Ether could wind up being important as well. We do have 2 medallion dungeons that need to be done.
This is actually really good for them because it saves them a trip and it gives them intel what's required for Turtle Rock as well.
Absolutely, yep. Yeah, Death Mountain is really, really working favorably for the routing on it so far.
Yep, absolutely good. Now, what's missing is that flute because sometimes that flute ends up pretty trolly.
Yeah, flute's another item, as well as the ice rod that can essentially wind up just about anywhere. The bow, interestingly enough, can wind up in a lot of really weird places too.
Yep, and bow is doubly required this time because of those extra dungeons we need. We need to do pod, we need to do the Eastern, and of course we always need for Ganon's Tower.
Right. Rezi needs to be careful here. He didn't take the safety pots. He's down to a single heart.
Alright, Karkat's gonna take a sneak peek for us of what's Turtle Rock requirement to get in. And it is Vanilla Quake.
Vanilla Quake.
All right. So the mystery still is what is required to get into Mire. Okay, we found I think all the bottles in this seed in terms of looking at both viewers.
Yeah. Blue goo and a couple of them as well. That's really nice.
That actually helped our cat here because he can just go to Spike Cave now and not worrying about anything. Still got a blue goo too.
Yeah,
And
he's got
green.
that and green. Yeah, with the cane and boots here, he shouldn't really need to use one if he does this right.
Yep. I think he was trying to item dash through that first one.
Yeah.
It looked like he was going to swag through there for a second. Alright, that's cool. It's just a rupee. Okay, we have so much access now because we have that hammer, that Titan's mitt.
Yeah, we have access to just about everywhere else in the world now, aside from the Mire area.
Mm-hmm. And depending on where he wants to go, he can check the Village of Outcasts, he can go to Hype Cave. He has a bunch of options now.
Yeah, hype cave play would be he might be choosing to go to the village of Outcast, which isn't a bad idea either. With
Yeah.
the Titan's Mitt, though, being able to do hype cave and work your way backwards, I think is a good idea.
I think he's checking King's Tomb right now. That's actually a good play for Izzy to get in the tile room, though. We knew what was there, but
Yep. I'm sure I'm sure Rezi feels like because he had to make that extra trip into Eastern, he's got to try to make that time up somewhere. So he probably figured the basement's a good place to try to gamble that, and we know that's going to work out for him.
Oh, looks like Karkat's going for that one item after all.
Yeah. No point to check it, not to check it while you're already here.
Yeah. If you're gonna come here already, might as well. And that's it. So we're kind of all caught up here. Because both players are probably going to the same place maybe soon after this.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like Rezi's going to do the King's Tomb play that Karkat just made, and then we're pretty much even Stevens because even though Rezi didn't check Dark Death Mountain, I don't think we know there's nothing really of interest there. So
Alright, so we got a bunch of options now. We have the Cape, we can do the Bumper Cave, we can go to Skullwoods if we want to beat it, or check it and everything. We got options, folks.
yeah, we definitely got options, no doubt.
And there's that Quake.
Chess game.
Alright, he's gonna go straight into Thieves Town. Looks like Karkat's gonna go there. Let's see what Resi does. Is he gonna do the dip into Skullwoods as we usually see in V26? Nope. He's gonna skip a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna head right down here too. Jumping directly into Thieves Town makes sense. There's basically nothing else you can find to make this any easier on yourself. You have Gold Sword, you have boots, you have the hammer. You might as well save yourself a few seconds of walking around the village.
There's one thing that is going to be intriguing in this seed is they won't be trolled at what was going to be hiding in the pedestal because they got the mirror and they got the book. They got the intel to do that if they wanted to do so.
Yeah, they sure do. Green Pendant Skull Woods is pretty attractive. You're missing a lot of stuff to be able to get into and finish Mire in particular. So I wouldn't be shocked if either of these runners decided to take a small gamble on Skullwoods and check the pedestal while they're there.
Alright, Karkat making quick work here. Nothing of interest found so far in Thieves Town. But we still got a few more chests in here.
Yeah, on Rezi's decision to skip Dark World Death Mountain. I've only watched a little bit of Rezi, but I know Rezi and TGH are 2v2 partners and run together a lot. And I know TGH has the philosophy when it comes to Death Mountain of trying to put it off for as long as he can to be able to complete as much of it as he can in one trip. So if Rezi follows the same thought process, he might be thinking, I'm not going to worry about Dark Death Mountain until I have the hook shot.
Yep, which actually ended up being the right play for him this time, because Karkat didn't find anything of interest there for that portion.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to wind up working out for him for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then later, if he doesn't have to, he just pretty much in go at that point.
Rezi also reliving something from his Triple Z match that he probably doesn't want to, which are the beeping strats. He was on low health an awful lot in that race, and it looks like he's on course to do that again.
All right, Rezi is making it nerve-wracking for us. Let's see him make it through safely, though. He does have that green goo. We know that. So he could opt to use some interesting stress when he does blind.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the Cane of Burna, so blind himself shouldn't be a big deal. And Bombos in the big chest. All 3 medallions found.
Interesting. Well, we don't have to worry about them getting into Mire now, it's just that flute.
That's right, yeah, the wave function is already collapsed. Schrodinger's go mode will not be a thing.
And I think Rezi won't have any trouble. As soon as he gets into the mini chess game, he will also have his medallion to enter Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's no way Rezi's going to miss that, I don't think.
All right, Karkat with the battle here. Got sword beams, got butter, got blue. Not much to worry about.
Yep, this is a really nice way to fight blind here, staying on the top level and just using the sword pokes.
Yep, got him.
Yeah, very nicely done.
And they look at that! What, just as we were talking about it, the flute was found at blind.
The routing in this seed is just nuts. I mean, we were complaining about the having to double dip all these dungeons, but I mean, Death Mountain basically giving you every item you need as you go through it, and now here you get to just mirror and immediately activate the swag duck.
Yeah, this routing definitely helped out both players. Of course, everyone rise for our swag duck in appearance.
All right, Rezi also with a really nice blind fight here, taking his flute. Karkat making his map check.
Doubly sure. He is ready. So, what are we still missing? Of course, the elusive ice rod of all things.
Yeah, we still need the Cane of Samaria, the bow, and our hook shot.
Yep, hookshot still needed. If you don't know how to hover, you're gonna have to use that hookshot to cross the gap in Moldorm 2.
That's right. Hookshot could be in Ganon's Tower in this seed, though.
Yep, the fact that Swamp Palace is a pendant makes it interesting.
Yeah, so if Hookshot winds up being the last item these runners need, it'll be interesting to see what they choose to do.
The Swag Duck Anthem was first created by my good buddy DT.
That's right.
Which got the idea for me. I was telling him, what if we had something for this? And he came up with it. And I was like, what a treat for everybody. Rezi didn't get the Quake medallion, did he? Wow. Okay.
That
I hope he remembers. That's what I'm thinking.
um
Or did he? Let's see. Well, we'll eventually see once he menus at one point, but doesn't look like he has. That's gonna be scary if he forgets.
I'm trying to think how you can not realize that you didn't.
He didn't get it. Yeah, it's in his menu. It's not there. I wonder if he's gonna think about it when he goes up to Skullwoods. It's a possibility.
I really hope so for Rezi's case, but man, I don't know how you cannot go into the chess game and not assume that you've got your item. That's wow.
It's gonna be interesting to see. We were just talking about it. We're like, there's no way he would miss it, would he? The Quake medallion was in the mini chess game.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least for Rezi, at least Meyer is also quick locked. So that means
Okay.
when he gets down to looking for it.
Okay, so the one medallion was all that's needed to get in. Interesting. Alright, Karkat's gonna go check out this Magic Bat for us. What do you think Magic Bat will have today?
I'm not thinking much today. I'm gonna go with the green rupee.
Alright, Green Rupee. Let's see if that's what holds true. It was... little piece of love.
Just a little bit of love in the Batcave.
The only exciting thing so far is the fact that Rezi forgot Quake. That's it. But other than that, they're pretty much neck and neck.
I really hope Rezi goes back there. But I mean, I have to assume he got the 50 rupees and then assume that was his item and just left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm hoping he remembers.
Oh, yeah, I'm really worried for Rezi here, but yeah, hopefully he either remembers or Village of Outcasts is high on his list of places to go back and recheck. But
he
Karkat,
did go visit, but I guess he just didn't think of it as the item, right?
Yeah, he must have, when he pulled the 50 rupees, he must have thought that 50 rupees isn't in the chess game's normal prize pool, so that was his item, so we didn't need to open the second chest. That's the only thing I can think of.
It's really hard then to think to go back now. Oh, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, that's really super unfortunate.
Now, I wonder if Karkat's going to ditch the chest here and he's going to dash this way to Hype Cave, or... Nope. He does. Yep, he does.
Rezi takes out Land Molas, which opens up the Super Bomb for him.
Very nice. Alright, Red Boomerang fans, you should be happy because we have just found the Red Boom.
Both boomerangs do have some situational uses here and there. The red boomerang is nice as a backup for a lot of crystal switches if you mess up the primary strat. So I guess both boomerangs can have some love.
And Red Boomerang is actually a very useful thing to help you hit the switch in Mire in the dark.
Yep, no, that's a good point there too.
But our players don't have to worry about that today because they found that lamp really early in Desert Palace.
Yeah. Item 1 was 100% required, the seed to get you into a pod for your progression, so...
Yeah, besides the range? Yeah, pretty much. But there's a lot of different uses because of the range.
Yeah. The blue boomerang is really useful for a lot of the tighter movements because of the shorter range. The red one, the extra range, can really help with, like I said, a lot of the crystal switches, like the one he mentioned in Meyer, or the ones in Pod or Turtle.
Another interesting one to use the red boomerang one is the one in Ganon's Tower. You know how to use it. You can also make use of that without menuing to other things.
Yeah, that's true. That it's a really awkward angle, but yeah, if you get it, you can definitely use it for that. I tend to use blue boomerang there because even though you have to menu to the hook shot, you're menuing to the hook shot for the next room anyway. So
yep, that's why most players do that. All right, we get a quick look in what we'll collect at the double-chested fairy today. It is a wow.
Oh.
Nothing that we would want to see.
6 total rupees. That's wow.
Yes, the worst. Almost. The only thing worse is if you find 2 green rupees there. Rezi probably didn't like that at all.
Right, yeah.
If double-chested fairy showed up right there, he'd probably have a thing to say.
Right. I went all the way to desert and killed 3 sandworms, and all I got was 6 lousy bucks.
Oh, yeah. He's like, no, this is not what I wanted. I didn't sign up for this today.
All right, we're getting a pedestal check here, though, from Rezi.
Ooh, this is really nice. Gonna go check out what it is and find out if he has to do the pendants or not. This might help him, actually. If it is, then he's got the inside scoop.
Just couch cash today.
Nah.
Boring.
Boring. Of course, it was that what it was. Ah, poor Rezi. Well, now it's interesting to see what play would he do. Will he go and check Skull Woods?
Looks like that's what he's doing, yeah.
And Karkat's following the footsteps of Rezi here, trying to get the double-chested fairy open by completing Desert Palace as well.
Yeah. hot on the trail for his $6.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, "What?" All right, big key early in Skull. I like this. You don't have to come back to this big chest then.
Yep, this is a small key. That would be the best.
Okay, red roops. I guess you gotta go a wraparound, but that's not too bad. You don't have to go all the way around back to here later. Just one trip.
That's right. It's not too bad.
And we'll see if Rezi opts to do that bomb jump for us. It's actually much easier with boots because he can still use more frames that way, even if he doesn't get it precise. He has more leeway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes from needing to be 2 pixels, I think, from the edge of the hole to 6, so it literally triples the amount of space you have.
Oh, he's going to hover over for us instead. So hover high for Rezi. Oh, he falls!
I think he walked back into the hole.
He makes over and he falls. All right, Rezi's like, I'm done with the flash now. Okay, guys, you got to see me. I did it. You saw me. You know I did it. Oh no, he bonks the wrong way. Oh, Rezi's frustration. Okay. All right, Rezi, you can do this, buddy. I know you can. There you go.
I'm pretty sure he had that hover on the first one, and then he just took a step backwards and fell back into the hole.
Exactly what happened.
I think so. I could be wrong. He might have been a couple pixels from the end, and he didn't quite make it, but I think he did.
All right, he did it. It was first try, but oh boy. Oh, Bumper Cave came up with blue rupees too. Wow. Nothing so glamorous so far.
Yeah, here we go. After all that huge explosion of items after Aghanim 1, we've hit a bit of a dry spell here.
Hey,
Surprise!
did Rizzy not go up the graveyard cave?
I
though?
was just about to say, I'm a little surprised he didn't do that.
Kind of curious now, because he was there. It's like it's not that far.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd much rather do that than take the purple chest back up there and do it that way. I don't know.
Will it come back to him though? Also, will it come back to him for skipping the rest of Skull Woods? Because he could have finished it if he wanted.
Yeah, he did pull both items out of it. I mean, obviously, you could finish it for the green pendant for the Sahastral item turn in.
Yep, we don't know if that's going to be valuable, but we'll see if Karkat decides to finish this or not.
All right, something else we haven't seen here, the Hammer Peg Cave.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Karkat does next, because I think he's cleared a lot of the overworld things now.
Yeah, I don't think he's done Bumper Cave and Graveyard Ledge, but I think he's got just about everything else under his belt, so he might very well decide to go all the way to the green pendant.
Yeah. And Karkat uses the ledge strats there by climbing against the wall. You can just move over that hole. And here we go for that jump. It looks like he's... oh, he picked up the bomb!
I think he's close enough, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. Alright. Depends what he does here. He's gonna go out and go straight up, or he's gonna go down and that's it. I think he's gonna finish it, maybe. It is a green pendant.
Yeah, I think he just double checked his map there, I think, to make sure. But yeah, looks like he is.
Yeah, Karkat did do a Dark Death Mountain. Actually, both of them have. The only thing that they couldn't quite complete was Hookshot Cave because they didn't want to hover the whole thing.
Rezi lost the purple chest there.
Oh yeah, Rezi did do Dark Death Mountain, but nothing was special because Karkat looked for us. Oh, but it's okay. That chest didn't have any value in it. Lucky for him.
Go back and do the chest game, Rez.
Maybe that will remind him.
Oh, unfortunate death there for Karkat.
Was he inside the dungeon?
I believe he was. Yeah, he was in the dungeon.
Ooh, okay, then that's good.
Yeah.
If he was out in the overworld, oh, that would have been way worse. I think that death was actually intentional to get hearts too, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Is probably going to beat him first, or he's going to go check that. Okay, he's going to check the pedestal first. All right. He wants to know his fate before finishing this dungeon or not.
Right.
Gonna find out it's just couch cash, but this will determine if he's going to finish it, maybe or not. Might weigh into his decision.
Poor Rez. I don't know. I don't know if I can see him getting back to that chess game.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna be rough. That's why you always open 2 chests, folks. Don't just leave one.
Karkat using his gold sword to make quick work of these Gibdos.
Saving that magic too, because you might want to use some fire rod strats a little bit in case Mothula gets him in trouble. And because Karkat grabbed that key, he has 2. He doesn't have to kill the Gibdo in here.
Yeah, which is really nice.
And now he just have to time himself not to get grabbed. There you go. There's that wall master. Fall in, not gonna get grabbed.
Yeah, in the Japanese V.1 version, you can the wall master will actually grab you out of your falling animation, which is super annoying.
All right, he's got it. Karkat finished Mothula quite quickly there.
Yeah, really nice moth.
And the reason why I think this is not too bad to grab is because he still has to go back and finish off Pod and Eastern Palace. And on his way there, once he gets the bow, he'll be able to turn it in as he goes.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, who knows? That green pendant could turn into the bow for all we know.
And that's another thing too. You don't know. But I think he has plenty of other options to do still before he decides to do that.
Yeah, he's got well, Ice Palace is an interesting option. He doesn't have the hook shot.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna probably clear up the rest of the overworld stuff right now, and then we'll see what he does when he goes back to the dungeons, because he knows he can't do anything in Pod because of the fact that it's bow locked. For him, that is.
Red mail in the graveyard ledge. That's nice.
Okay, so Rezi did route his way back here. Karkat's gonna probably pick that up right now.
Since he took his portal, I imagine Rezi's heading over to Catfish now.
Alright. They're starting to run out of places to check. They're gonna probably have to go into the dungeons.
Yeah, it's two pretty unappealing options, really. Do you go into Ice Palace without the hook shot, or do you go into Misery Mire without the Cane of Samaria?
Yeah, we'll see what Karkat does. I think he should turn in his item into Sahashala, though. Before he dips in, what if he gets something so he can complete a dungeon?
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
it's not too far, too. It's just a flute, and then boom.
Yeah. Going into Swamp is also an option, but with going into Swamp without the hook shot is going to be, I think, is just going to be the complete last case scenario for these guys.
Yeah, here we go. Karkat's going to turn in that green pendant. Will it hold something good? And Rezi finally gets the powder. He's going to turn that in.
Oh.
No! So green pendant was a bust. But that helps Rezi a little bit because he didn't do it.
Yeah, right. Although, I mean, he's probably going to, because I'm sure he's going to do that before he starts rethinking going back to the chess game and stuff.
Yeah, that's the possibility of what happens now. Alright. Karkat's evaluating what he has to do here. He sees pendants, he sees crystals, but he already knows he can't really finish up the other ones because he doesn't have an entranceway into Turtle Rock without the king. He can't do anything else in Pod and Eastern Palace because he doesn't have the bow. So he's left with these options here.
This is really interesting. Karkat electing he has 3 partial dungeons open to him, and he's electing Swamp is the one he's going to do.
Hey, we've seen the bow in Swamp quite a bit in these turn exceeds recently.
This definitely could wind up working out. It's a bit curious to me, considering you have to do Mire. So even if you don't find Cane of Samaria in there, you're not quote-unquote wasting time by doing the first part of it.
And Rezi's making the Ice Palace play. This is good. We get to see both palaces and figure out who made the right call. Or they might have both made the right call if they find progression items either.
That's right. Ice Palace is interesting here too, because if this first chest here is not a small key, the rest of the dungeon is technically considered locked behind the hook shot.
Well, he's definitely going to get something. The hammer helps him look up on everything on the below area because he can use the water drain and then such. But we'll see. I like Skullwoods because the fact it has 6 items and they're still missing 3. So 3 to 4.
Right. course, unless he finds the hookshot in here, he can't get to the back part.
Yeah, which might have a whole bunch of items there.
Yeah. And it was the burrito in the first chest in ice. So the rest of ice is technically considered locked behind the hookshot. So if you do find your bow or ice rod or cane or something back here, that gives you some good information on where the hookshot might theoretically be.
Well, there's some good intel here. Alright. Since Rezi was looking, he's not opting to bomb jump, so makes a good play here. And what will Karkat find here? Ooh, convenient big key location. Don't got a key, buddy. I come back.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Rezi is planning on bomb jumping this room here.
Yeah. This makes sense because he knows. Well, I'm interested to see he's gonna do it. Yeah, he is. Nice.
Yeah, nicely done.
And I was wondering if he might pull some hover strats because we knew what he was trying to do with.
Right.
It's a smaller gap.
Yeah, for sure. And I understand hovering diagonally is much tougher than doing it in cardinal directions. So.
Yep. All right. No way of drowning the key because couldn't get the other key with the hookshot. So this is a vanilla way we're doing here. All right. Will this be something of use? That bomb jump come through for Rezi? Red roops.
Yeah, not much so far. Of course, it did net him a couple of keys here that are going to let him check out the rest of the palace.
All right, Karkat's going to have an interesting scenario here because he's going to have to, if this is not the hook shot, he's going to have to come back down here and then refall again. So, what will it be? What will be this chest? The map. So, it's not the right one. The other will be an item for sure.
Yep.
And the rest of the stuff in Swap House will be items, but it'll be hookshot blocked. All right, Rezi, this is it. Will it come through here? Oh, looks like either Cold Stare is gonna have something, or that one last chest thing.
It looks like he's going straight down to Cold Stare.
Okay. Swap Palace is not accessible. Didn't have any items because you get hookshot blocked for now.
Oh, changed his mind. He's gonna go back for the 2 blob chest, stupid chest, that 1 chest in ice, whatever you fondly or unfondly know it by.
Ooh, and Karkat is gonna go into Mire for it.
It's gonna go into Mire.
All right, Mire it is.
I like this. I like this play. Given the 3 partial dungeon choices they had, I think this is the one that I would have made.
So we did see our runners dip into dungeons of all sorts now. But will Mire have something?
So Rezi finding the blueberries in the 2 blob chest. That's all 3 items, and he knows the pedestal is not required, so he is out.
So Mire might be the right play.
Yeah.
Will it have something like the bow?
It pretty much has to at this point, I think.
Oh, it could be Vanilla Red Cane, and then it pushes you into Turtle Rock direction.
Sorry, I meant pretty much has to be something progression-wise in here. Sorry, not necessarily the bow. But yes.
I think we're going to find a progression item in here. Yeah, Rezi couldn't make this play, and that's probably why he chose Ice, because he has no way into the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, that chess game is really going to hurt him.
And I don't know, is he trying to use the hammer here for something? Because I think he pretty much did everything he could possibly do in a pod.
Yeah, he can't access any more small keys, and he was out.
Yeah, so I think he's starting to he's trying to figure out something he can do because yeah. Other than that, I know he didn't do the rest of Death Mountain, so it might be on his mind that he has to go back and do Death Mountain.
Right. We know that he skipped the basement item in Hera as well.
Yeah. So I have a feeling he's probably starting to think he probably has to do some of those things now. This is definitely Karkat's lead because the fact is the Quake medallion was in the chess game where Rezi thought he got the item, and it's going to be really hard to see if he decides to go back to pick it up now. And the red cane was vanilla.
The vanilla red cane. Wow.
Hey, I had a feeling.
You did.
That opens up Turtle Rock indeed, and that might be the place we're going to find Bo, or we might find it here because there's still one item left.
Yeah. Turtle Rock definitely the prudent option once you're done here.
Yeah, this is a clear option to go there because you gotta finish that crystal place, and you gotta know.
Don't have the ice rod, of course, but ice rod. The chests that individually have the best shot at having the ice rod are Mimic Cave and a few of the chests in Turtle Rock. So, worthwhile gamble.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where Hookshot is. We know it's not gonna be in Swamp because of what we saw, so he doesn't have to go there if he's gonna be looking for it anymore. But let's say he finds Hookshot in Turtle Rock and he doesn't have Ice Rod. He might have to go back to Swamp to find it.
Yeah. So for what happened with Rezi in the chess game, the chess game has the quote unquote junk items in the chess game are from a set grouping from the vanilla game. Rezi, when he opened the first chest, got 50 rupees, and Rezi must have thought that the 50 rupees isn't normally a prize in the chess game pool, so that must have been his item, and then neglected to open the second chest, figuring he could just skip it. That's our best supposition of what happened.
Yeah, because it makes no sense of why would you leave a place if you checked it. Then he thought that was his item. Yeah, Hookshot definitely can be in Gan's Tower, absolutely, because Swamp Palace is not technically required in the seed.
Yep, absolutely.
But we do find the ice, so
wow.
Clear signs to go into Turtle Rock after this.
Wow.
There it is. So, our bow must be hidden behind something of progression in Turtle Rock. Or the Hookshot. One of those two is going to be hidden there, possibly.
Right. Or both.
Yeah, we don't know. Because Ice Palace was fully cleared pretty much by Rezi.
It's like Rezi's going to try some more hovering here.
Yeah, Rezi's going to hover here, and he did pretty well. That was a really nice one. Let's see if he... This one's actually an easier one, too, and then you can bonk the chest over and you can bonk the other one. And he makes it successfully.
Wow, nicely done.
Good job, Rezi. And, hey, nice magic drop, too. Oh, you don't have to do that, Rezi. Just bonk the chest. Oh, save yourself some pain.
Oh.
Oh, poor Rezi. But that hover was really nice. But, yeah, when he got to that chest, he literally had to just bonk it, and he'll be over to the other one. And then he could bonk the other one to get to the other chest.
Yeah.
And he can just hover to the other one. That's why we always try to tell people when they try to do that, if you're hovering, save your fingers. Yeah, Rezi's pretty much locked out and everywhere in the game right now because he's starting to see that he's literally locked out. Because, yeah, he's in his mind, he's like, I'm soft locked. What the hell? Unless, the only thing I can think of in his mind that's not soft locked at the moment is Mothula, because he didn't do it.
Right. And
Yeah.
he also skipped the Hera basement.
Yeah. Those are the two things that he's probably weighing in his mind is if that's the case, then Mothula probably has something of progression so I can move forward, like maybe Quake or Bow or something. After this, I think that's probably where he would most likely go. Karkat's definitely going to be heading up to a rock, and it makes every right call. He's probably going to go into the mountain to heal up this way.
Yep.
Alright, so pretty much we're going to see one of these progression items into a rock, or two.
Yeah, the bow in Turtle Rock seems to happen all the time in V26.
Yeah, it's very commonly there. Oh, the feels for Rezi, though. I absolutely understand. It's just something he's going to learn. Going forward, never just take one item and walk out.
Yeah.
And we know he's never going to do that again. Once he learns it the first time. Because I think he would have done the same thing Karkat did if he had gotten that quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this would be a much, much closer race. It would be so even. I think both the ways they both went about this seed was pretty much probably a little bit in different order, but it was pretty dead on.
Yeah, coming out of Death Mountain, they were pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah, you don't get to, it doesn't even allow you to open it. It's just, you just can't open another chest. But you're done. Okay, let's see. Something's gonna be here. Absolutely. But we might see the vanilla casual way of doing the torches room.
Yeah.
You don't got that fancy hookshot, so you're gonna probably see that happen here.
That's right. Hopefully Karkat remembers.
It was funny because earlier in our match between Andy and our last year champion Ben, he forgot a little bit. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't quite have that yet, so I need to go down." And Karkat looks like he forgot too.
Oh.
Yep, can't do it this way. You gotta now go up when you go here, and then you can. Yeah, rotate around.
Yep.
He probably just is like he just realized like, oh yeah, so used to doing this with hookshot, but the seed, come on, there you go, and then one down. There you go, folks.
The Burna dashing. Oh, yeah, very nice.
And this is going to be cool. I like seeing that dash strat. It's one of the swaggiest.
Yeah, it's really nice. I picked that up from who did I? It might have been Willard actually, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a super cool idea.
I like it because the fact is, you activate the cane at the same time you do the dash. You save one input.
That's true. It does technically save you a little bit of time from doing it the non-swaggy way.
Mm-hmm.
Given those frames.
Yeah, even though the frames. If you do cape, it would have been faster, but less frames. All right, here we go. Chomp room's always deadly, even with red mail.
Yeah, these are the hardest hitting regular enemies in the game.
Oh, here we go. And it's key. He had to get it. Of course. What's gonna be in the vanilla big chest, though? That's the question. He obviously is gonna check it because he doesn't have what he needs yet.
Yeah, right. He'll full clear this place for sure.
And what will Rezi do? Is he gonna go straight to Skull? He has to. He's running out of places. Rezi will complete the Skullwoods play and get his pendant.
Yeah, Rezi is definitely in a really rough spot. His best hope would be that when he runs out of places, he goes back and immediately double checks the Village of Outcast stuff and realizes, and that the hook shot winds up somewhere really trolly that Karkat has to look for. That's his best option.
Yeah, but I really don't think that's gonna be.
It may not even wind up being enough. You're right,
Yeah,
but that's his best shot.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's really hard to remember something like that, especially when you're very convinced he did it. Or that's the hardest part because he's so convinced he did it. Can't talk him out of it either.
We've definitely tried to send him our energy when he's been in the area, but
Yeah, I think the best thing we can do right now, Chad, is send him our energy when he's near Village. Just kind of give him a Rezi, go left, go left. He will definitely. I hope he remembers. If he remembers, he's up, man. He's gonna be like, I would be impressed. And looks like we're getting something. There you go. Take my energy, Rezi. But other than that, Rezi has shown us some pretty amazing play, I have to say.
yeah, Rezi's technical ability is nothing to be sneezed at, and he like I said, the last couple of races I've watched him in, he's been in low health situations and has handled them really well for the most part. He's a talented player. It's unfortunate that he's made this mistake.
Oh boy, what did we just find in that big chest?
The Swaggin' Emerald.
And what would happen, because we know this Karkat, out of all people. Will we see the Swaggin'? I have a feeling we will. And there's the bow. Okay.
Karkat not happy about it, apparently.
Alright, that pretty much gives him all access to Eastern Palace, the rest of the pod. Because before he couldn't do it, but we know nothing's behind pod anymore because of Rezi.
Right. I don't know if Helmasaur is hiding an item or not.
Yeah, I think Helmasaur can. If I remember correctly, I think Rezi found all the other stuff, and then there's still an item hiding behind Helma. All right, Karkat's opening this door just for safety, making sure everything is good, and Rezi's gonna head to the basement, like you were saying earlier, because he didn't do that. Then he's gonna really start wondering what's going on, because he's literally done everything he can possibly have done there, in terms of what his mind is thinking. And there's, of course, the very last chest, always gonna have the key.
It doesn't matter what order you do the laser bridge in, it's always the last one.
Exactly. It's like, why? Oh, it is. Alright, Karkat's gonna swag over here, making use of the cane dash, which I always like seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really pretty when it's done well.
gonna grab the magic. He's gonna go with 3 hearts going in. He has a blue though if he really wanted to use it, but let's see how he does with Butter Sword. This should be a pretty easy fight.
Yeah, see if he decides to backdoor Trinex here or not. Doesn't look like it.
Okay, Rezi's clearly lost. You can totally see he's probably thinking, how am I able to do this? I'm soft locked. I think I did everything I can do. Yeah, this is definitely what's happening to him. He's thinking, he's looking over his items just to be completely certain he didn't miss anything. But based by his thinking, he's probably thinking, I'm soft locked because I did everything I literally can based on what I'm able to search at the moment, and I have no more progression.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, Nico, it's not only that, not that he forgot it. He got 50 rupees in the first pull, and I guess thought that 50 rupees isn't in the prize pool for the chess game, so he assumed that was his item and left.
It is a harsh reality, but yeah. With this going on and the fact that Karkat's literally just a hook shot away, it's really tough to see him make a comeback at this moment now.
Yeah.
And there's just very little of distance to close the gap now.
Unless we missed him do it, though. He did leave the basement chest in Hera. A little surprised he hasn't remembered that, but...
Yeah, but still, because based on what we know...
yeah, we know that's not going to help him, yeah.
Yeah, he's completely lost right now. Because, yeah. There's the waiting game here. Karkat's going to finish off Eastern Palace first. Yeah, he's definitely looking at the stuff now to see what he can do. And he knows he can't progress in pod anymore because he used up all the keys he can do. So, yeah.
And just to clarify, it is possible that the first chest in the chess game is your item. You're just guaranteed to get it by the second one.
Yeah. That's why you... He's going back. See, look, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't know. That's why he's writing that, because he literally doesn't know what he's missing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Doesn't know, fam. Poor Rezi. You played so well and so beautifully for us, though. Don't give up, buddy. Figure it out. Think. Hey, if Rezi figures this out, I want you guys to give him a big standing ovation.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, seriously, this is something that it's really, really hard to come back from. It would be amazing to see him come back. Yeah, this one's pretty much it's gonna be rough. Because Rezi literally just, in terms of where he can go, other than the basement right now in Hera, he can't do anything else. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Rezi was all that far behind until that Quake incident. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, he was really much right there, side by side. I'm pretty sure he would have done the same play Karkat did if he had gotten that Quake medallion. Going back to check. It's gonna go back to Ice Palace or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna try and kill. While it doesn't have any magic, he's just realizing now. I think, but I think he's thinking about killing Cold Stare in case he miscounted items in ice.
All right, that's probably what he's thinking then. Rezi, Okay, it looks like we are joined by a lot of people, as we can say. Rezi went into the mini chess game, got the first chest. It was 50 rupees, and he thought the 50 rupees was the item that he got from the mini chess game. So, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The mini chess game had the Quake medallion, which pretty much locks him away from anything else right now in the seed. Yeah. So this is going to be a very, very situation for him to remember. Yeah, because he literally thought he got the item already. So that's why he even wrote to us. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He just can't think of it.
Yeah, he's put that in SRL chat too, that he's completely lost. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Considering what's happening to him and so much that he's lost, we'll see what happens, what he decides to do.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only hope is you just start going back to the places you think you've been. And
yeah,
what you've
at
missed.
that point, I usually would go back to see an NPC that I thought I might have talked to.
Yeah.
Or I go back to buy money. That's the only time I would remember, or go back to do like the mini games, like digging game or something, where I thought I probably didn't do it. Yeah. And Karkat's clearing up here.
Yeah, and yeah. Still, as chat's pointed out, still have not located the hook shot.
It's more than likely the hook shots in Ganon's Tower now. It's
at this point,
are more like it, or behind helmet. Alright, so let's see what happens here for the rest of this race. Where will this hookshot be? As chat pointed out, they're thinking it's gotta be Ganon's Tower, right?
It's pretty much gotta be, yeah.
You guys might have made the right call. It could be in there. This is that one seed where hover fans would love to have.
Right.
Make that advantage of, hey, I don't need this hover.
So I think Rezi has remembered the Hera basement chest.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not going to help him.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to check it just to see what it is. We need to give the seed to Andy, just for the sheer fact that he can do that. And don't tell him anything about anything else. We want to make him go full out hovering and find out that he wasted his time hovering everything else. All right, see, Rezi definitely remembered this, and this is the final spot he can possibly do. Literally, in terms of where he's thinking.
Of what he currently owns, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's like there's no other location he could possibly go because he searched everything he can do. Literally. So, Rezi's just gonna open up this chest to find that it's just money, and he's gonna be like, where did I miss? Literally, where? Come on, Rezi. Gotta get some magic there. Oh, he's not. Oh, you just get the big one. Yeah. Come on, Rezi. You're gonna do this? You're gonna open it? Need the shield. You're like, what?
Yeah. He's probably thinking the whole time that, like, oh man, I finally figured it out, and now...
Nope. Yeah. Bombosing it. Or slashing. Go ahead. Get out all that frustration now, Rezi. He thought it was it, because look at this. He literally thought this was it. He's like, This might be it. I finally figured it out. But nope. This is not it. Okay, hookshot is definitely in Gan's Tower. Indefinitely now.
Yeah, I can't think of another overworld location or anything that they've missed.
Hey, look, Rezzy's not giving up. Still looking. It's gonna take a death warp, I bet, but
Yeah.
he's still looking. All right, Rezzy. We want to see what you're gonna do next. Yep, taking a quick check on the map again, just to see what he's done. Did he ever go back to Eastern once he had the lamp?
He would have had to.
I think, yeah, he had to get the Moon Pearl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else he can do then. Yeah. Yep, Rezzy's stuck. Yep, there's no other place he can go. He's done everything.
Yeah. I mean, if this, like I said, if you're in this position, your opponent hasn't finished yet. I mean, you just have to start rechecking things that you think you've done.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's what Rezzy will do. He's probably gonna go check out NPCs and stuff that he probably thought he talked to and stuff. Oh, is he trying to turn in the pendant, thinking he didn't turn it in, maybe?
Could be double checking that.
No, he's going back to pod. Is he gonna hover that thing to do the bowlock side?
I mean, he's got all the chests that he can get out of the back.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is he gonna hover? Because that's another thing he could do.
But I don't think he can hover to any chest he hasn't already completed. He needs the
right side. He can. He can hover to this right side chest if he knows how to do it. Right here, if he goes in this hallway, he can hover to this right side chest. He's thinking about it.
Okay.
He's thinking about it. I knew he was gonna do this. Just had a feeling.
Yeah, good call. Karkat entering GT. Be sure to start. Well, it's a little late now, but you can still get your guesses in, chat. We haven't found it. Where that big key is.
Not two, okay?
Right.
He's doing tile room.
It's an interesting play by Karkat doing tile room now.
Yeah, we'll see. Might come with something. Because he's looking for hookshot. He's probably thinking, you know, if logic doesn't want me to go over to that pit side, it's either going to be on the torch, it could be right here, it could be a key here, you know?
Right.
That's why I think he's doing this. Because there it is.
Well, there it is.
That's what I was saying. It's like, it could be it. It could be hookshot. Because logic kind of doesn't want you to bomb jump over the ledge.
Right.
So Karkat probably was thinking, it's either here or the torch. It was well played by Karkat figuring that. So that's what I was thinking too. It's like it's either that or it's going to be.
Right. Yeah. This. I think this is what I would have done was check this torch first, and then if there was a small key, I would have gone to the compass room. But
Yeah.
Karkat making the right play.
Mm-hmm. He bonked immediately, thinking, "What a troll! Making me do tile room just to get this."
And yeah, we do officially have a forfeit from Rezi.
Yeah, Rezi literally can't figure out what's going on. He knows he's way, way behind Mao. He's gonna just do some hover swag for us, though, in the meantime, so.
Rezi is in the waiting room, so we can pull him in here while Karkat
Alright.
looks for the big key.
Okay, might as well do that. Let's get Rezi in here so we can help. Hey there, Rezi. We saw the forfeit, so we brought you in here to help you out.
Where is it?
It is the chess game. You thought you probably had the item, but the second item.
The chess game?
The mini chess game, yeah. You thought you had the item because you opened one chest, but
I
it
only
was the
opened one
second
chest?
Yep.
How? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate.
It pretty much blocked everything else because it leads you to it had the Quake medallion, so it opened up the way to open Turtle
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
and Mire, and you needed to go to. That's pretty much where the logic was pointing you.
Wow. So what happened to Karkat? Because it's not like this is a short seed.
The hook shot was really trolly. It was found in the tile room in Ganon's Tower.
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically the sequence that you needed was to get Quake out of the chess game, to get the Ice Rod and the Cane of Samaria out of Mire, to go to Turtle Rock for your bow.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chess game. I would have never. I could have sat here for 2 hours and I never would
That's
have
what we
gotten
were
chess
thinking.
game.
We were like, I have no idea how he's back.
Yeah.
That's so. I'm just glad it wasn't like. So the entire time I just had this looming thought that I completely forgot like at least one item in pod that wasn't bow locked yet, or at least that I could still get. And that's when
Yeah.
I came back at that one point and it was just like, no, there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, aside from the Quake medallion, though, you really showcased your technical abilities in this race. Everybody here was really impressed with the hovering and some of the other tricks that you managed to pull off. So you definitely deserve congratulations for that.
Yeah, this was like my best, worst possible thing ever. Like that hover in Hookshot Cave is like the longest one I've done, probably.
He also cleared the one in Skull Woods, actually, but we just wondering what happened.
I died laughing when I walked into the hole.
Yeah, we were like, "You cleared it, though. Why'd you walk back in?" Oh, it's so funny.
At least there's that.
Yeah, we took that with you. It was a fun. But besides that, other than that, you guys were really pretty much neck and neck, literally.
Wow.
Up to that point,
Of
you
course.
guys were so side by side. Like, you guys were synced up a couple of times, coming back together in many places. After a bunch of rerouting, I was like, "Wow, you guys are coming back."
Yeah, the big one was after Death Mountain. I think as you were going to King's Tomb, he was just checking it, and you were basically dead even. Yeah.
Wow. Where's he now?
Ganon's Tower, just finishing the last torch room.
Nice.
Yeah, the
So-
scene was pretty interesting, though. You guys got Butter really quickly and Temper Sword.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you had to gamble a little bit early because of that unfortunate death in Eastern
Yes.
Palace? Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping for Moon Pearl on Pyramid, and I was like, oh my god. It's not
We were
fair.
thinking that.
Mids
yeah.
are in Eastern. The race is over already.
Actually, it wasn't. You caught up, kind of, actually. So by skipping the Death Mountain check in Dark World, it actually saved you some time.
Yeah, between that and skipping the Hera basement, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, half magic and validation chest.
And out comes the Swagenham Rod.
Oh, yes. He's got to do swagging him now. He has no reason not to.
It is Karkat.
Yes, it is Karkat, so he will do some swagging him for us. Alright, he's gonna definitely show you how to do this. With some dashing. Oh,
Oh.
it's that one. This one is a pretty good pattern. Alright. Oh, this one's good.
Oh. Just mistiming the dashes a little bit.
Yeah. Gonna do it right here. There you go. That's a double. Oh, the blue ball's getting in the way, though.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, blue balls are really trolling him.
Oh, a double. Nice. And there we have it. Swagging him complete. Alright. We're gonna see a quick Ganon fight here because we are pretty much armed to the teeth. Meanwhile, Rezi has claimed his prize once more. There it is, his Quake Minute. Yes, Rezi. Bomb that. Let go all the frustrations.
Karkat just finishing up on Ganon here.
Alright. We still have a chance for a sub 2 though here.
Should be able to sneak it in.
Mm-hmm. And if you didn't notice, chat's naming this mini chess game place the Rezi game.
No.
But in all serious though, be sure to follow both of these runners.
Yeah, this was not an indication of Rezi's skill. He's definitely showed quite a lot of technical skill, and it was pretty much a dead even race until that point. It was like, who would have known what would have happened? I think this would have been like neck to neck all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rezi showed some fantastic technical ability in this race. So if you want to see more of it, and you should, be sure to drop him a follow.
Absolutely. And what is Karkat's official SR time?
158.21.
Thank you, Rezi. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And let's see if we can grab Karkat in here in the meantime, while he discovers what happened. Of course, GG's the Karkat from finishing.
Absolutely.
And of course, we want to be guessing how many bonks has Karkat gotten many times. It's tradition.
So had I gotten 2 chests, would I have gotten Quake before him?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. Maybe not, but really close to the same time. You guys
you
were
guys
basically
were-
doing thieves together.
Yeah, you guys pretty much were on the same path. And I think you would have went to Meyer absolutely before Ice Palace. It would have been the right call.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would have been dead even at that point. I felt that that was what was going to happen. It was like you had no choice though, because you had no other option.
Where was Samaria?
In Meyer,
Yeah.
in the chest where you step on a switch and it opens up. Not in the spike one.
Yeah, yeah.
We're basically doing thieves together.
Yeah, and Ice Rod was in the big chest. On the same path, and I think you would have went to Meyer absolutely before Ice Palace. It would have been the right call. All right, is Karkat gonna be joining us? Question now. I felt that probably so. What was gonna happen? It was like you had no choice.
Swear to God, the cat just ruined that hover. Cat jumped in my lap.
In Meyer, in the chest where you step on a switch and it opens up. Not in the spike one. And Ice Rod was in the big chest.
Yeah, I still fight the. I've worked on hovering once for a couple hours, and nope. I think I got 5 or 6 pixels out of it at best.
Yeah, here's
It's
a good
not
one.
easy.
The Godmire hover right here. Oh, that was a really good one. Almost made it through.
I got one tile away, and then the cat got in my lap.
Cat preventing the hovers.
Yeah, I still fight the. I've worked on hovering once for a couple hours, and nope. I think I got 5 or 6 pixels out of it at best.
Yeah, here's a good
not
one.
easy.
The Godmire. All right, there's Karkat. Let's see if he's that was a really good one. Almost made it good here. I'll pull him in. He's muted for now.
Yeah, you just threw in SRL. Decided to set up his voice to speak real quick. So
we'll let Karkat set up, and he'll talk to us once he's open. Hey, Karkat! Congratulations on finishing the race. GG's.
Hey, thanks. Pretty crazy to see. Pretty interesting. Like challenging was fun. It's a shame what happened with. So wait, what exactly did happen with Rezephos's? Why did he forfeit?
His chess game was.
Turns out you have to open 2 chests in the chess game. I have no
did he
idea
just get
how.
like one and then left?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he opened the first chest, which was 50 rupees, and then he.
Bizarre.
Okay, so then you would have then. After like, okay, so when I went to Swamp, and then when I went to Mire, then after that is where it would have. You would have gone to Ice instead of Mire, is what I'm expecting then. All right.
That's exactly
that
what
makes
he did.
sense. That's what I would have done in that situation too.
And a quick thank you to About a Dirk for the subscription. Really appreciate the sub. Hype.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
commentators.
Oh,
you're welcome, Rezi.
Yeah, for sure. So, Karkat, the beginning part of the seed there, your routing went really well for you. Can you remember your thought process there for why you chose to do what you did?
My thought process was I was watching a race. It was either yesterday or the day before, and people were going in with they got early flippers and they couldn't find glove. And that's actually what did happen in this seed too. There was early flippers and gloves took a little while. And I'm thinking like, I'm going to want money early on. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to go straight for Houlihan and then just pop out of the house and turn around and then just take it as though I was going from the house. Like kind of doing the come up from below so you get some bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely nailed the early part. Your when you chose to go to Desert and Eastern was absolutely perfect. Your Death Mountain routing was really nice too. Definitely gave you a bit of a head jump originally, which Rezi did wind up sort of making some ground on that by choosing to skip some stuff. But yeah, that was really nice play
I think
later.
I did a completely pointless. Let's see, I did a completely pointless skull and a completely pointless half of the swamp.
What do you think I decided to skip?
The Hera basement chest and Dark World Death Mountain when you were first up there.
Neither of those were intentional.
Well,
Oh, we thought it was. We were like, was that intentional? It actually benefited you so much in the beginning. We're like, dang, him skipping that was like, it was nothing there, so he has that advantage.
Yeah, that
I
would have
got
given you what,
Hammer
like a
and
full.
Hera, and I was like, I'm out of here, dude.
Yeah, but up to then, it was so close. You guys like were pretty much neck and neck. I was watching it intently. I was like, dang, these guys. If you had found that quick, I would not see how this race is gonna end. It might be like a fight to Ganon's tower and finish off Ganon. That's just literally how I felt it was going.
The nice thing about once the Swiss has gotten to like round 3, it's like every single match seems to be really evenly matched. It's really nice.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So, both you guys, any thoughts on where you are in terms of the Swiss round and what you need to do going forward? I mean, I know it's almost win or go home, quote or unquote, but is that going to change how you decide to play the rest of this out at all?
Probably not. I mean, getting 2 chests in chess games is probably a good idea from now on. Maybe.
Just gotta be sure, man. Gotta be sure.
Yeah, no, I think not changing what got you here, I think, is the right thing to do as well. But I have a couple of other runners who are in the 0-2 or 0-3 hole talking about being a little riskier. So just curious.
Yeah, I mean, personally, 'cause this makes me 1-2 now, so I'm just gonna keep. My thing is, I didn't do super great on the qualifier. I did the first qualifier, and that was it. And I did just well enough to get through on that. So I've been playing it kind of like playing an upward battle. Like I'm basically going into every single race, assuming I'm going up against an opponent much better than me, and that's so I'm going to play every single race. Whether it's someone whose PB is 10 seconds better than mine or 20 minutes, I'm just going to play it the same.
I definitely think that's the smart way to go for sure.
Mm-hmm. And Rezi displayed for us lots of hover technique. Don't count him out. He does definitely have that as his arsenal.
Yeah, this is the second match of Rezi's that I've commentated, and I've been impressed with his both his technical ability and his ability to get through the low health or low equipment situation. So I definitely wouldn't count him out even at 0-3.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun race to watch. It was really close in the beginning and that unfortunate incident. So we wish you the best of luck in your next matches, and good job, runners.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations
GG, Karkat.
to both of you.
Thank you, GG.
Make sure you give these guys a follow if you haven't. Pop you a link in chat. And we also like to thank our tracker. Done a wonderful job. Levon Firestorm, also known as Levon Harry. Remember his race. Thank you so much. And we hope you guys all have a great night, evening, morning. And I'll let my buddy here, Zyrek, finish the last call for tonight.
All right. Thanks a lot, Hiei. Be sure to give him a follow as well, your fellow commentator. Thanks a lot. And everybody, I'm Zyrak, and we will see you all next race. Have a good night.
Goodbye forever.